Hi guys, I made a video yesterday, not two, but sometimes I need a day off. Definitely because it's this Saturday, I gotta make a video. Friday, I think you guys might hate me because I didn't upload video Friday. But make sure to subscribe, comment, and by the way, some of my videos have been tampering with them, so they don't have music, like SpongeBob's Suicide, but I'm not taking the video down because it has 100 views. But anyway, I don't want to burn up my storage, so I think we are going to get started here, guys. I hopefully you guys enjoyed. Today we are reading Caillou Says Goodbye to Gilbert. Got a thumbnail, got everything ready, because I've just been so tired recently, but yeah, let's go. I want to tell you an episode of Caillou I saw once. My cat was put down a few years ago, and I want to tell you about an episode of a very infamous kids show that was very similar to what I had experienced. I was in my room playing on my DSi. The year was 2009. My cat was put down the other day, and it was summer vacation. And after summer, I would be in the 7th grade. I was so fixated on my DSi, my mom told me it would be almost midnight and I had to go to bed. We only lived in a 2-bedroom house as a result of the Great Recession a year earlier, and my 4-year-old brother had to sleep in my room. I was always used to wearing headphones while playing quietly. We had to keep the TV on for Sprout for some time, so I couldn't sleep. He liked Caillou, and I loved it. During Sprout's Good Night show, I saw Caillou intro playing. The title card was different. This was a season 4 episode of Caillou, and he had maturity than previous seasons. I remember the title cards. The title card read, Caillou Says Goodbye to Gilbert. There was no picture. It was only words. Then the screen faded to Caillou's house. The sky was dark and gray, and the house was different. It had no front porch. The windows were boarded up. The color of the house was purple instead of blue. The chimney was also worn down. It had no top. I kept watching. I couldn't sleep anyway. Narrator. It was a very depressing day at Caillou's house. I don't want to talk about it. By the way, that sniff was actually a part of the lines, so don't worry. I've never seen the narrator this depressed. It cut out to Caillou softly crying in the playroom. He never cried in the season 4. I did research. Caillou? Gilbert? Why did you have to go? We were best friends. By the way, that's a part of the lines. I was surprised that this tape was talking about pets dying. Anyway, Caillou's parents were talking in the kitchen about Gilbert. It's sad we have to put him down today. I just didn't want anything to happen to him while we were on that vacation in New York. You've told me so many times I want to scream. What about Caillou? Well, he'll be sad, but we have to do this anyway. He does have a kidney failure, What? He keeps going up into the bathroom. He lost it, Boris. We can't help him. Help it. I know, Doris. I'm also considered on Caillou. I wonder how he's doing. I'll go check on him. Boris walks into the playroom, where we see Caillou is crying and Rosie's playing with her dolls. Daddy walks over to Caillou. Daddy? Why does Gilbert have to go to sleep? He's sick. When we go, Grandma will babysit you and Rosie. I'm not staying here. Gilbert is my best friend. He can't die without me besides him. With me there besides him. I didn't believe it. Caillou was never like this in the episodes. Hold up, I got a scratchy throat. Alright. Do you really want to be there? Yes. I don't care if I get scared. I love him. Okay, Caillou, calm down and stop screaming. I hope this is too grown up for you. Do you understand? Yes, Daddy. Okay, get in the car. I was speechless. I watched the rest anyway. It showed Grandma going into the house, and Caillou, Mommy, and Daddy, and Gilbert in the car. Daddy drove. This was silent and boring. After 12 seconds of driving, Caillou had a flashback. It showed Caillou was 2 years old. It was season 1 animation. He was with Gilbert, and Caillou looked happy. Young Caillou. I love you, Gilbert. You're the best. Meow. As Caillou pets Gilbert, Gilbert looks Caillou in return for love. The screen fades to white, and Caillou, his parents, and Gilbert were in a green room with a white couch. Gilbert has a band around one of his paws. As the doctor walked in, it was weird. Hello, you guys. I heard that Gilbert had a kidney failure. First, we gotta give Gilbert saline. Then, we'll give him medicine that makes him pass away. No! He's not dying! Caillou, cut it out. I told you we have to do this. I'm not letting him go! Caillou, stop it now. Listen to your father. Okay, let him die. I don't care. You're watching horror as the saline was injected. Here's the shot that puts him to sleep. The second injection was worse. I was scared about this, cartoon or not. Caillou lost it. He was crying uncontrollably as soon at Gilbert's soon-to-be death. The doctor checked him with her stethoscope. He's gone. That was quick. Mom, Daddy, and especially Caillou were all crying. Caillou sobbing heavily. You were my best friend, Gilbert. The screen faded to white. This wasn't a flashback. This was Caillou was with Gilbert in a white room, no walls. The room turned to dark. Suddenly, Gilbert faded into nothing. Gilbert? Gasp. Where is he? He's gone. Caillou stared in a straight motion. However, the scene looked more like a flash on newsgrounds compared to the show's regular animation. This went on for a minute, with violin music playing in the background. This stopped Caillou when he was pale. He almost looked like almost skeleton thin. Caillou says raspy and dry. Gilbert. The screen faded to Gilbert on a cloud, sleeping. His soft, heavenly voice chuckled. The screen faded to black, with Caillou crying in the background. It faded to Caillou in a hospital. He was pale and looked like he was going to die. Caillou, you're too young to die. You're only 7. Caillou is 7 now? Well, it looked like Gilbert died 3 years ago. We love you no matter what. I know. I will see Gilbert soon. Caillou, I love you. Caillou? Yes, Mom. You were What, Mom? Adopted. You were adopted. We adopted you from an orphanage. When you were a baby born with cancer, we couldn't bear to see you suffer without parents, so we adopted you. Thank you. Caillou closed his eyes and stopped breathing. Mom, Daddy and Rosie were all crying extremely hard. I actually felt sorry for him. The episode ended with a shot of them crying. The credits rolled silently, and they weren't that fun to watch either. It just said white text and Comic Sans scrolling black background. I only recognized the names of half of the people in the credits. The other half were people that I've never heard of. The copyright date was 2005, the year that season 4 came out. The screen turned to static. I watched the static until it stopped after 4 minutes. The regular schedule came on after the episode. The next day I woke up and I heard my brother had a strep throat. My dad had to stay home from work that day, and I spent the day with my dad's permission to go on the computer and contact Sprout about it. Remember that it was 2009, so I contacted PBS Kids and PBS as well. NBC Universal brought Sprout in 2003. All three did not know what I was talking about, sadly, and I gave up and returned to my normal summer routine. I'm still scared of that Caillou episode, but not much as before. I did some research on Caillou. Now I don't because I gave up. Well, that sums it up. Have you ever seen this episode before? Let me know. Alright guys, I will see you, and peace. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Bye.